Just pause for a moment and think about yourself. Without rushing, without trying to prove yourself right or wrong. Just look at where your life stands today. Are you where you wanted to be 5 or 10 years ago, or have you, deep down, accepted that you've done as much as you can, and it's not okay to expect more now? Most people get stuck right here. They keep working, fulfilling their responsibilities, but somewhere inside them, a voice slowly weakens, the one that once said, "I can do better than this." And when that voice weakens, we cover it up with a very easy word, luck. If you like this book summary, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Your support inspires me to create more great videos. We say that some people are lucky, they get opportunities quickly, they meet the right people at the right time, and we just keep working hard. This idea is comforting to hear because it means it's not our fault. But this very thought is the most dangerous, because it stops us from changing. This very thought is challenged right at the beginning of this book. Rich Without Luck very clearly states that wealth does not come from luck. Luck might be a story, an excuse, but it can never be the foundation. True wealth is a skill, and skill means something that can be learned, improved, and strengthened over time. If wealth were only about luck, the same people would always remain rich and the same people would always remain behind, but the world is not like that. In the world, people go up, they come down, and then they go up again. This proves that something else, not luck, is at work here. The author, James Altucher's life, is a story of these very ups and downs. He earned a lot of money, then lost almost everything, then stood up again, fell, and rose again. If money came from luck, a person could not return to that level again and again. But if money comes from mindset, from skills, from value, it can be created again. This experience is felt in every line of this book. This book first breaks the lie that all of us have believed at some point, that a day will come when everything will be fine on its own. When the time is right, we will start. When the situation is better, we will take risks. When confidence comes, we will move forward. But the truth is, the right time never comes. Rich people do not look at whether the time is right or not. They just look at what they can do right now. They take action even in imperfect situations, because they know that clarity does not come first, clarity comes after action. If you look closely at your life, you will realize that not much has changed in the last few years. The days are the same, the troubles are the same, the fears are the same, and the dreams are also almost the same. And then we look for external reasons. The market is bad, the system is wrong, people don't support us. But this book asks a very direct and slightly uncomfortable question. If your life is not changing, is the world really responsible, or are your daily thoughts and daily decisions holding you back in the same place? Rich people do not blame. They do not say that something unfair happened to them. They ask what they can do better right now, in this situation. Taking responsibility is not easy, because then there is no excuse left. But responsibility gives you control, and without control, wealth remains just a dream. This book repeatedly returns to the fact that money is never the goal. Money is always the result. When you make money first, you start making wrong decisions. You look for shortcuts, impatience increases, and you stop thinking long-term. But when you think about who I can be useful to, whose problem I can solve, then money follows on its own. That is why truly rich people always work on increasing usefulness, and not just on increasing earning. Now here comes a very deep and slightly uncomfortable concept of the book: choose yourself. This does not mean that you should detach yourself from the world or become selfish. It means that you should not hand over the control of your life to anyone else. Since childhood, we are taught that approval is important. Get good marks, you will get approval. Do a job, you will get approval. Live according to society, you will get approval. But there is no freedom in an approval-based life. If your happiness depends on the approval of others, you will never be able to take your decisions wholeheartedly. The world will never give you permission to become rich now. If you are waiting for someone to give you a chance, someone to discover you, someone to validate you, you will always be late. Rich people choose themselves. They invest in themselves even when no one is applauding. They learn even when no one is watching. They build even when no one trusts them. And slowly, those very people become trustworthy. Now let's understand this matter more deeply, because this is where most people deceive themselves.
Many people assume that if they have a stable job, salary is coming every month, bills are being paid on time, then they are safe. But this book says a very straightforward thing, which is not easy to hear. A job can give you income, but it should not give you identity. The day your entire identity becomes your job, that day you start living inside with fear. Fear of what will happen if this goes away, what will happen if the market changes, what will happen if the company replaces you. Rich people minimize this fear, and they do not do this with any magic, but by not letting their identity stick to one place. This book does not say to quit your job, but it says to build something besides your job. Something that is under your control. Some skill, some knowledge, some work that you can use on your own. Because the day your life has only one source, your freedom ends on that very day. Rich people always keep multiple doors open, so that if one closes, life does not stop there. Now here the book comes to the power of ideas, and this is the part that most people misunderstand. They feel that ideas mean some big business plan or some thought worth millions. But the author says that ideas are not a jackpot, ideas are a habit. When you write ideas every day, you are actually training your brain. You are teaching your mind that there can be an opportunity behind every problem. In the beginning, most ideas will seem useless, and this is correct. Because this exercise is not for ideas, but for changing the mindset. Slowly, your mind starts shifting from scarcity to abundance. Where you first thought that I don't have resources, I don't have connections, I don't have time, you start asking what I can do with what I have. This very question is the real difference between a rich and a poor mindset. After this, the book talks about skill stacking, which is a very practical concept. Many people think that they have to be the best at one thing. But the truth is that most rich people in the world are not the best at one thing. They are just good at several things. When 2 or 3 average skills come together, they make you rare. Like understanding with communication, marketing with writing, or problem solving with technology. When your skills together become your identity, you step out of the competition, because people are no longer able to compare you. In today's time, leverage is the biggest part of this entire story. In earlier times, people could only earn money in exchange for their time. If they did not work, the money did not come. But today the internet has changed this game. Today you can create value once and deliver it to thousands, millions of people. That is why content, systems, and platforms are so powerful. Rich people increase leverage instead of increasing effort. They do not ask how I can work harder, they ask how that same effort can reach more people. But here the book also gives a very necessary warning. If your body and mind are not supporting you, no amount of leverage, no skill can take you forward long term. Health is often considered a later thing, like first earning money, then we'll see. But the truth is that poor sleep, constant stress, and mental exhaustion slowly weaken your decision-making. And weak decisions can set you back years. Rich people understand this, so they consider health a foundation, not a luxury. Then the book comes to consistency, and this is where the entire story of luck completely ends. Luck sometimes supports you. One day, one chance, one right time. But consistency supports you every day. The people who get a little better every day are the ones who reach a completely different level after 5 or 10 years. To outsiders, it seems like an overnight success, but inside it is the boring, unglamorous hard work done every day. Wealth is not a jackpot, not a lottery, not one decision. Wealth is a daily practice. It is the result of small decisions taken every day. What you are learning today, what skill you are working on today, what excuse you are refusing today, this is what is writing your future financial story. Every day you are either moving one step towards your freedom or staying stuck in the same place. So if today you feel that your life is stuck, it does not mean that your luck is bad. It just means that you had not understood the right game yet. And the best part is that this game can be learned. Slowly, step by step, without noise, without shortcuts. Remember, lucky people win once, but skilled people win repeatedly. If you choose yourself, work on your skills every day, create value, and keep moving forward consistently, one day people will call you lucky, when the truth will be that you never let yourself need luck. If you liked this book summary and truly want to change your mindset and the direction of your life, then like, share, and subscribe. We will meet with the story of the next powerful book. Thank you.